Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a really fun video finishing the series that I am in the middle of. I'm in the middle of 14 book series at the moment, and that is just absolutely ridiculous. So today we're going to be trying to get through some of those series and basically just check a bunch off my list. It actually is one of my 2024 reading goals to finish 4 book series, and I've already finished 3, which were the Hollow Vows duology. I read the Kings of Sin series, and then I also finished the Mindfuck series. So those 3 are done. I still have a 4th that I need to finish, but we have a little list that we can read for this week. So I've picked 3 book series that I'm in the middle of that I sort of want to finish relatively soon, and the first one is the Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I'm currently reading The Killer Instincts. I am 83 pages into this so far, so I am going to continue reading this one. My boyfriend's just buying me the 3rd and 4th books of this series, so I really want to finish this one, and then that way I can get through the rest of that series. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving this at the moment. The next book series that I also want to continue is the Chestnut Spring series by Elsie. I'm up to Heartless, which is the 2nd book. I feel like I just start so many book series, and a lot of them are romances because a lot of them are like interconnected standalones, but this series I really want to read. I absolutely love Flawless, and I've heard from a lot of people that this is their favorite, so I'm definitely excited to delve into this one. This one's like a single dad, small town. Really excited to read this one. And another one that I really want to read, because I know this is a huge fan favorite, is The Right Move by Liz Tomford. This is a part of the Windy City series, and I've heard by everyone that this is everyone's like favorite of that series, so I'm really excited to read this and find out the real book boyfriend Ryan Shay. These are sort of our go-to books for this week. I might be able to pick up a few more, but for now this is going to be our little TBR. I will keep you guys updated if anything does change though, but I feel like we've got a cute, like, good selection here. But again, I'm going to be continuing with Killer Instinct. Hi, hello, little update for you guys. I have been reading Killer Instinct. I am on chapter 20, page 150. So I'm sort of like almost halfway through the book, and it is so good. The characters are so much fun. So basically with this series, it's the Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. She also wrote the Inheritance games. To be fair, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Inheritance games. I got up to the last book and I literally DNF'd it halfway through because I was like, this just feels like we're going around in circles. Everything is just like, it's not really grasping my attention anymore. So I was a little bit like, I'm not too sure with the Natural series, but I am absolutely loving this. Basically, as I said, it's like Criminal Minds meets teenagers. Basically, these 5 teenagers are recruited by the FBI to solve cold cases. So we have 2 profilers. We have one like human lie detector, like kind of like thing. She's really good at like detecting lies and everything. And then we've got like a human calculator. She just knows, this one girl just knows everything. Like she knows all the statistics, calculations, everything. Like she's literally just so smart. And then we have also got an emotion reader. So these 5 kids, basically, I think they're like 16. They basically have to solve cold cases, and it's so interesting to see, but a lot of the time they're not allowed to work on active cases because like the FBI like are trying to like keep them like shush, you know, like it's very like private. But this one is really interesting. This follows off like pretty like a month or so after the ending of the first one, and it's so good. Like genuinely, it has kept my attention the whole time. I absolutely love Criminal Minds, so this is like perfect cup of tea for me. I would recommend this series to anybody. It is just a good time. There's a love triangle but it's really fun, and I'm just having such a good time. It's so easy to read. It is YA, like it's so fun to read, so quick, it goes like that, and I'm so excited to just get through the series and see what happens. So that is little update for Killer Instinct. We've got some others that I do want to read. On my Kindle, I am also reading Mother of Death and Dawn by Carissa Broadbent, and this is the third book in the War of Lost Hearts trilogy. So the first book is Daughter of No Worlds, and I love this series. Like, if you love Throne of Glass, ACOTAR, all of that, this series is for you, because I genuinely have never ever found like a series that is just like, not just like, but like made me feel the same way as I felt when I read Throne of Glass for the first time. And this series is a close second. It is so good, keeps you on your toes. It is such a good like fantasy series, and the fantasy romance in this book is so good. And we're up to the last book. It is a big series. Like, I think the first one was like 400 and something pages, the second one is like 600, and this one is like 700 pages. So I'm slowly making my way through this one, but I'm having the best time slowly getting through it. Just when I don't have like my physical book with me, I'm just happy to pick this one up. But yeah, those are the two books, because if I finish this one, then I finish another series off my list, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like better. That's pretty much my little updates for today. I will keep you guys posted. Hey guys, I am 302 pages into Killer Instinct now. It is getting so good. The plot twists are twisting. I still have no idea where this is gonna go. Like, I don't know who it is, but I'm so excited because each book is like its own like murder mystery as well. So it's really fun to see. And our characters are like so interesting to see because they all have like their own like skills and techniques that they use. So it's really interesting seeing them all like work together on cases and stuff. The plot twist hasn't happened and we've only got like 50 pages left. So I am in for the ride. I'm in for the ride. I'm so excited. I just love this series so much. Again, like I've said, I absolutely love the show Criminal Minds, and it's so interesting to watch. And this is so much fun. I honestly don't know how this wasn't like discovered before. Like, this wasn't popular before she became big with the Inheritance games, because I feel like this series is way better than the Inheritance games. It's so good and I just want to keep reading it. And now that I have the other two books in the series, I want to binge those immediately. But I've got other series that I have to focus on, so once I finish with this, we are going to decide what to read next, I guess. But now we're just going to finish this. Hi, hello. I have just finished reading Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I had so much fun with this. I think I updated you guys quite often when I was reading this, but I ended up rating this one a 4 stars. I just love this series so much, and I just really want to get into the next one. The plot twist, there was like a few things that were twisting, but I guessed one of them. The other ones I didn't guess, but it still kept me on my toes. It is such a fun read. Like, completely just recommend. Like, it's honestly like you don't even need to think that hard. Like, it's still fun to like try and figure out the mystery on your own, but it's so fun, and definitely recommend this series. Now the options for what do I read. What do I read now that I'm done with that one? I've got 2 options on my radar. I still am reading the one on my Kindle, but I kind of do want like a physical copy. So I've got 2 options here, and I have also posted a poll on my Instagram story. So if you guys also want updates throughout when I'm reading and everything, I will leave my Instagram handle down below. You can always follow it and find out more on what I'm currently reading and everything. But my options are between Twisted Games by Anna Huang, which is the second book in the Twisted series. This is the second book. This follows Bridget and Reese, which you see somewhat in the first book, and I'm also so excited to see their story because this is a princess slash bodyguard trope, and I live for those kind of tropes. So this is definitely high up on the list. Or we also have Heartless by Elsie Silver. This is the second book in the Chestnut Springs series. So these are both series that I still want to continue, still want to get through. And this one is a cowboy romance, single dad, I'm pretty sure. So this is a nanny romance, and he is a single dad cowboy, lives in Chestnut Springs. Really want to read this. So I'm going to wait a little bit to see what the answers are from my poll on my story. But now I think I'm just going to read a little bit of Mother of Death and Dawn on, sorry for the glare, on my Kindle. We're going to read a little bit more of that because this book is like 700 pages, so I have to like slowly make my way through. But yeah, that is my little update for now, and I will check in with you when the poll comes through a little bit. Hi, hello, good morning. It is the next morning. I decided to wait a little bit for the poll to gain some traction and everything. But we have our results and we have our winner as well. So our winner, I'll put a photo of the poll here. Heartless won 86% to 14% for Twisted Games. So we are going to be starting Heartless by Elsie Silver. So excited to read this book. And yeah, we're just gonna get into it. I think it is so cute. Like literally, look at the chapters. Is that not adorable? So we're gonna be starting this book and see how we go. So let's just get into it, see how much we can read. Hi, hello, little update for you guys. I just went down to the pool and I started reading Heartless. I'm now on chapter 4, page 34. I'm already obsessed with this book. I already love this more than Flawless, and I'm 30 pages in. Flawless, I had such a good time with. I rated that book 4 stars. Loved, like, it was just such like a good setup to the series. So this book basically follows, from book 1, it is Summer's best friend Willa, and she is like off for a few months, so she decides to come visit Summer in Chestnut Springs. And she comes from a really wealthy family, but she doesn't really know what to do with herself because she's never really had any like drive to do a certain thing. So she just sort of is floating around. And then we follow from book 1 our main character Rhett's, his brother Cade, his older brother, who is like absolute grump. Like he's like 38 and Willa is like 25. So this is a bit of an age gap romance as well. But basically Cade is looking for a nanny for his 5-year-old son Luke, and he cannot for the life of him find one. He is just turning down everyone. And then finally Summer's like, hey, actually I've got a really good idea. Here's like my best friend Willa. And he's like immediately like, no, like they've already had an encounter, and he's like, no, don't want her. But then he sees how well she like is with his son, and he's like, okay, maybe this might work. So that is pretty much the setup so far of what we've got. But it is a nanny romance, age gap romance, small town, single dad, love it. All the tropes, Elsie Silver just serves them on a platter for us. So I am so excited. I am loving this book. I have not been able to put it down, and now I'm back inside, gonna chill out now and just read some more because I cannot stop thinking about it. And I just really want to read it. This book is genuinely so funny. Like, I'm cackling away. What can I say? I'm obsessed. I am obsessed with this book. Hi, hello, little update. I am now on page 196, almost halfway. I have non-stop been reading this book. I literally cannot put it down. I'm on chapter 16. I think they're so cute. I am obsessed with this couple. They are endgame for me. They are just so like perfect for each other. Like their little quirks and little flaws and everything, and the way they handle situations but do it together. I love it. I love it so much. And it's the whole thing where it's like, I'm his nanny, like we could never cross that line, but like lines are being crossed, you know what I mean? Like the lines are non-existent at this point. Absolutely loving it, having the best time. I understand why, because most people say that this of the series is their favorite, and I'm starting to see why. I'm starting to see why. The first single parent trope book that I ever read was Juniper Hill by Daphne Perry. Obsessed with that one. And usually it's weird because I'm like not a big fan of like kids in books, but there's something about the way that Elsie Silver writes about this, and it is just so good. And like you really get attached to all the characters, even like Luke, like the young boy, like obsessed, but really enjoying it. I think the big thing for me is I don't like accidental pregnancies or anything. The only book I think I've read with that was It Ends With Us, and I wasn't the biggest fan of that book, as some of you might know from my TikTok. I'm not a big fan of Colleen Hoover in general. But back on track, bit of a tangent. I'm hoping to finish it tonight. It is 6:53 now, and I feel like I could definitely do that. I'm home alone right now, so I feel like let's just do it. Let's just get through this book. I reckon I can make a dent. I don't know what time I'm gonna go to sleep tonight, only because I did wake up early today, so I might be having an early night, but I'm gonna try and at least get through a chunk through this before I even think about going to bed or anything. Hi, hello. I finished Heartless by Elsie Silver a few hours ago, and now I'm ready to talk about it. So this book I actually loved so much more than the first book. The first book I thought was such a good time, loved it, like such a good introduction to the series. This one, whole different story. So much more connected to the characters, and I literally, towards the end, I started crying. Like there was one scene, our FMC interacted with the child who she was like nannying, and it was just so heartfelt. Like this is just it's just like so much more than a romance. Like it's just so cute. She did really well with this, so I am very excited to get into more of the series. But I had the best time with this book. Absolutely am loving the Chestnut Spring series. Cannot wait to continue the series. Again, this was just like everything I needed. Like cowboy romance, small town romance, just the odds are against them. They are such like opposites. It's like a very like opposites attract book, but I think they just work so well together. And yeah, I had so much fun with this. Now I don't know. I am still reading Mother of Death and Dawn by Carissa Broadbent, which is the third book in the War of Lost Hearts trilogy. I think I'm like not very far in. I'm like 10% into this book, but I am having a really good time. It is like literally 700 pages, over 700 pages. So I'm slowly gonna make my way through this. My friend also wants me to continue reading Crescent City because I stopped halfway through, and she's up to the part where I've like stopped reading. So I said to her that I would continue reading the series with her so that we were like sort of like discovering it like together, like everything. I just kind of like want to finish this series before I do that, do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna try and read some before bed tonight because it is very late and I have to be up very early. Got a really big day tomorrow, so I don't think I'm going to be getting any reading done tomorrow, but hopefully Sunday. Again, I could be very hopeful. We'll see how we go. I'm just loving like continuing the series. I could even pick up Twisted Games because I know that I've been wanting to read that, but I do want to finish another series because that is like my goal for 2024. One of my goals was to finish 4 series, and I've only finished 3, so technically this could be the winner, but let's just see how we go. Update time. I am still reading Mother of Death and Dawn by Carissa Broadbent. I am now on page 240, 35 chapters in, 34% in. So again, we have still got like 500 pages left of this book, but I'm really enjoying it at the moment. Things are happening. It is not like slow. I thought that the second book, which was Children of Fallen Gods, I think, that one was a bit slow. That one, not fully slow, but it had it moments where it really picked up and then it would just be like sort of like really slow to get through. But I'm finding the complete opposite with this. I think this is really grasping my attention and really making me want to just pick it up. And I'm really enjoying this. I have been listening to a little bit of it on the audiobook just while I've been doing some washing and just doing some chores here and there. And so it's been quite good to get through it, like even when I'm just doing like little things like that. I'm really enjoying it. I absolutely adore the characters and I love that they're all sort of, so we've got 3 POVs and they're all sort of like linking up now. It's really interesting to see how they're all meeting up and where their storylines are gonna meet. Hopefully we can make more of a dent today. I kind of do want to finish it today. It is 1:03 p.m. I don't know if I can finish it today, but I feel like I can definitely make a huge dent into it. But otherwise, I will keep you guys updated. I absolutely love this trilogy. I feel like if you're looking for something that's really similar to Throne of Glass and something that will keep you hooked and like just a good fantasy series, this is definitely the way to go in my opinion. Hi, hello. Yes, we are in the same position, but it is like 8 hours later. It is now 9:44 p.m. I've made a huge progress in this book. I'm on chapter 69, page 432. Yeah, I've read almost 200 pages today and I'm still only 61% into this book. 300 pages to go, a bit less, maybe like 280 or something. It's going, we're getting there, and I don't think I'm gonna finish it tonight, but I think I can continue to make a bit of a progress. So hoping to finish it tomorrow so then we can wrap this up and I can give you guys my final kind of review on everything. And yeah, that's that for now. So let's get cozy, get into bed and not finish, but continue reading. Little update for you guys. I'm 82% into this book, page 584. I am obsessed. I love this. I think it's going really well. For a wrap up, like for the end of a trilogy as well, I think it is wrapping up really nicely. I think I have less than 200 pages, maybe like 150 pages left. I'm really enjoying it. I think there's a lot of like plot twists. It's keeping me entertained. It is keeping me on the edge of my seat. Like I'm not getting bored or anything. Like there's always something happening, which I think is like always what you want in like a finale as well, especially because the second book was a bit slower. But I love these characters with my whole heart and I'm just loving this. I think like there's been characters that have been like mentioned again who like were in the first book and it's just like so heartwarming as well. I'm just loving this so much. I'm hoping that I can finish this tonight. I've just finished work for the day as well, so I'm a little bit out of sorts, but I'm hoping that I can finish this tonight. I have got a dinner with my sister and my nan, so I won't be able to read for a couple hours, but then at home, it is, by the way, it's Halloween. It is literally Halloween, and I'm sitting here reading a fantasy book. Oops. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Would not have it any other way, let me tell you. But absolutely loving this. I'm gonna keep going and hopefully finish it tonight, because we got to wrap this up. It's taken me a while to get through this book. To be fair, 700 pages is not a light read. It is heavy and there's like a lot of stuff that's going on. It's very like emotional and everything. Actually, let's calculate. Let's calculate how many pages I actually have left. Okay, I have 132 pages left. 100%, that's very doable. I'm gonna read now before dinner. I've still got another half an hour before I have to go. So let's see how much we can do in that time. Hey guys, I have actually just finished Mother of Death and Dawn. Round of applause. This book took me a while, let's just say. 700 pages is not a small task, like I have said, but so good. I ended up rating it a 4.5 stars. I think it wrapped up really nicely. And I also like how it went into detail of like the after. Because you know when like things end and it doesn't really like tell you how they like rebuild and everything, this one really went into depth. And I think the epilogue was so cute. I think it wrapped up so well. I absolutely love the characters. I think it was just so heartfelt. Absolutely loved it. 4.5. I think it is like a 4.5 series for me. It isn't 5 stars like Throne of Glass is, but so good. I so recommend. But anyways, that pretty much wraps up this vlog. I continued 2 series and I finished 1 series. That series is done. I have completed my goal, my yearly goal of reading 4 series. So literally, I'm so happy with this little series. Parted series. I really want to do a second part to get through more of my series. But I had the best time with this and I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you guys for the next one. Bye!